Yo. There we go. Make sure we are definitely lives, right? Doing a quick pre-show. Because I haven't done anything, no predictions, no nothing. No expectations. Hit the like button, hit the share button. All right. What's up, man? Sir Dre the Great, man. What's up? What's up, man? How you doing? Miss you, boy. Big day, right? Summer Game Fest came in with the PlayStation State of Play came in with some minor announcements. The biggest, I think, announcement so far this week. There's two big announcements, right? The Lego Horizon coming out this year, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, PC, day and date, no Xbox exclusively, not on Xbox. So there's some people are happy or celebrating the fact that it's not on Xbox, but some people are upset that this is like a legit first party, third party thing. And then you got Wukong. That game, that Souls Monkey game, they're delaying the Xbox version. It's coming out on PlayStation and PC. In August, Xbox version is delayed, just like Baldur's Gate 3. A lot of people are blaming this on the Xbox Series S. My opinion is going to stay the same when it comes to these game development, and everybody's saying Xbox Series S is bad for gaming, bro. But everybody's most anticipated console right now is the Nintendo Switch 2, right? And I'm hoping me personally, I'm hoping the Xbox Portal is just a repackaged Series S as a handheld. If that's the case, that Nintendo and Xbox will thrive at that point and whatnot. So my thing is, in a situation like that, I still don't blame the Xbox Series S, because 98% of the games that come out launches when they're supposed to on the platforms they're supposed to. You have these outliers, which are the minority, the Baldur's Gate 3, the Wukong games, usually made by smaller developers that are they'll prioritize whatever they want to get their game out when they're budgeted to get it out, but they're going to prioritize a more popular platform and so on. So I'm not blaming the Series S, because if that was the case, I think it would have been an industry-wide problem. Activision didn't struggle to release games before being acquired by Microsoft to release games on the Xbox Series. Neither did Ubisoft, neither did EA, neither did Bandai, neither did even some of these mid studios, some of these focused home interactive games. None of them struggled to get a game to release on the Xbox Series S on time. And simultaneously. So if everybody want to keep blaming the Xbox Series S for these once in a while games that come out made by smaller teams, that they, instead of them pushing back their game overall, they push back just the Xbox version, that's fine. I don't really care. The market over the last couple of years, we got a ton of Souls-like games. I don't feel like I'm missing out. If I really want to play, I will probably play on PlayStation or PC. But the thing is, there's a ton of Souls-like games that are great that have released. I played a lot of them last year. That's on your store right now that you can play. I think the intriguing part about Wukong is graphically it does look good. I think the monkey part, the character, it seems interesting. But it's just another Souls-like. It is just another Souls-like. I think PlayStation revealed a few knockoff Souls-like games that are coming, I think, exclusively to PlayStation. I think they're timed exclusives. Again, stuff like that I don't mind, because there are a ton of Souls-like games. That's just became the single-player type games that make our Souls-like. If you're going to make a single-player game, you're not going to focus on multiplayer. You imitate the Souls-like games, and a lot of them are coming out. There's a ton of them on the Xbox store now that I'm interested in checking out. But the best games were obviously like Lies of P and Steel Rising, Asterigos, Thymesia, all that stuff. All those stuff exists. You know what I mean? Outside of the From Software games that are dope. But I wasn't too impressed. I think there's one game that I think you're like a chicken nugget or something like that, shooting up stuff. It's That's interesting, but I think that's a PC only thing. So nothing really has impressed me so far throughout the Summer Games Fest, and that's why everybody's waiting Xbox Showcase. Xbox has been the E3 essentially since PlayStation bowed out. PlayStation hasn't really participated in this in a long time. Xbox has been the one doing this annually. So every PlayStation fan, Xbox fan, PC fan, and even some Nintendo fans gather together to watch this one showcase. And it's crazy because Xbox is the lowest selling platform. It's the most hated platform, but we're anticipating their showcase because we know it's going to be lit. We're anticipating their showcase because we know it's going to be lit. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, there's not a showcase better than what Xbox is about to do. And let me know if you guys can hear me okay, man. I'm sorry. He said stop stroking the mic like that. Yeah, like, the thing is that if it had not been for the Xbox Game Showcase, the Summer Games Fest, the E3, the Summer of Games and stuff would be trash. Completely trash. Valorant is coming to consoles. Xbox Game Pass has a big perk. You get it on Xbox. I think all the characters are free via your Game Pass perk. I remember a couple years ago, I don't think was it last year's showcase or the year before that, they had that partnership with Riot Games. They didn't know what it meant because none of their games were on Xbox. But we thought it was more so that it impacted PC. But now that they're bringing their games to console, I think that's dope. Emmanuel A1, he says, for $5, he said, nice cut, smooth. No matter what happens at the glorious Xbox Showcase today, you better hold the MF line. No pony bot theory. You know what? You want to hear something crazy? So the last video that I made, I think it was the last video I made, where I was agreeing with BG's sentiment on how Xbox really, want PlayStation to do what Xbox doing just so we're not alone. I'm not mad at the Horizon thing. Now, I'm disappointed that the Horizon Lego is not on Xbox, because at that point, if you're gonna put it on a Switch, you're gonna put it on PC day one. Like, why shun the play? Like, PlayStation got murder beef with Xbox, that's why it bugs me that Xbox decides to put their games on PlayStation. If I'm Xbox, I will support the Nintendo Switch through and through, day and date, and support the PC, but I wouldn't support PlayStation. PlayStation's pretty much mantras. If I'm going to go third party, I'm going to support everything but an Xbox. You know what I mean? That's what I want Xbox to do. Support everything but a PlayStation. If you truly, because it doesn't make sense. Like, PlayStation, only games that exist on PlayStation from PlayStation on Xbox are the games that they have that they don't rightfully 100% own. Like, they don't own the MLB, they don't own the license. They got the licensing to produce the games, but they can't control where it goes. You know what I mean? MLB came in and said, nah, we want that everywhere. You know what I mean? PlayStation should have some control over Horizon. I'm almost sure they got control over the Horizon IP, despite who the hell Lego Games is. You know what I mean? They got control over that IP. You know what I mean? So it's ironic to be like, okay, you guys are gonna release this game, which is cool. I like the idea they're opening up that IP more, because so when they do the next game, it should be popping. It should be a big seller. But the fact that you're gonna put a game that never existed, like, there's no history, no legacy of Horizon on Nintendo, right? I get the only Nintendo aspect is that it's Lego. You know what I mean? So you're gonna put that game on the PlayStation 5, not the PlayStation 4, which is strange because it's on the Switch, and the Switch is, I think, less powerful than the PS4. So it's a strange move to you're exclusively not on Xbox. And it's like, when I look at Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond, Matt Booty, I'm like, bro, you guys, why not just do the same thing? Like, if Xbox moved like that, there would be no. If Xbox supported Nintendo and not PlayStation, nobody would care. It would be status quo. There won't be any pain coming from Xbox fans and stuff like that. This is Xbox decisions are only a problem because they're supporting PlayStation. And when PlayStation, them doing their thing, they're not supporting Xbox. They will support PC, they will support Nintendo, and they will exclusively not support Xbox. And that's the way to do it. Now, the funny thing about this is that PlayStation fans have to look in the mirror and say, they can't no longer make fun of Xbox for being quote unquote third party. because PlayStation has made technically the first third-party move. One, they were forced to with the MLB The Show, and then the crazy thing is that it went into Game Pass. And now the second was Horizon, which is not on Xbox, to their credit, which is, I think is the proper move. If I'm a PlayStation fanboy, it's a proper move. But it's like, so what is the smoke that you got for Xbox? What is the smoke that you got right about? They release games on PC day and date. PlayStation is doing PC games day and date with some of their games, but they didn't have to go day and date with Lego Horizon, but they're doing that, and they're putting all their major IPs on PC. There's not every major game that existed on a PS4, PS5 generation era is on PC. Every major game, the best-selling games, every major IP that was put out to sell PlayStations, Spider-Man, Last of Us, God of War, Days Gone, Horizon, Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding, all that stuff exists on PC. So my thing is like, okay, so what is your smoke with Xbox? Xbox is doing the same thing. All their major games are on PC. And now they're putting games on Switch. They're putting games on PlayStation. PlayStation is putting games on Switch. They got some games on Xbox. So where's the smoke? Why is Xbox the bad guy now? So let me answer some questions. Shout out to Surgery the Great Man. That's my dude. We gotta connect. My schedule is finally getting to the point where it's manageable. Now that I'm like fully staffed at my job and whatnot. So about in a month I'll be able to dedicate some time to dedicate and do something consistently here on YouTube and with some of my peeps. Am I going live for the Xbox Showcase? I personally am not going live on this channel. I will be on the Iron Lords podcast and watching it there and participating in that. I think shortly after that, I might be recording Planet Xbox reactions. And then shortly after that, there's Weapon Will podcast. So I'm going to be in front of a computer screen all day, essentially. So I might have to get up and do some breaks, but I'm not going to be doing a live. It's too much competition. So I'm either go live with Weapon Will or either go live with Iron Lords. I don't think Weapon Will is doing a live show reaction. I know BG is, but I'm gonna do it with the Iron Lords, and then I'm pretty sure we're gonna do the Weapon Will podcast and so on. So we'll get a lot of like reactions. Say I gotta go live for Boo, we want you live here, not Thy Blanchard. The thing is, I don't mind. The thing is that these reactions are like, for me, it's boring. And the thing is, I'm not a proper reactor. You know what I mean? Because everybody want to make sure they hear everything and whatnot. And I'm like if I see something I like or that I'm excited about, I let it be known. And then I'm probably drowning out whatever else is supposed to be heard. But no, I mean, yeah, the live reactions, like I said, I think over the last couple of years, I've done it over at Iron Lords. I think the first couple of years I've done them on my channel. But no, I won't be doing it. So like this pre-show is only, I'm probably gonna be here until about like 12:30. But I wanted to get some of this stuff off my chest. What's up, Akil Lutz? We good? He said competition is good. He said BG's live stream. Join his live stream. Oh my God. I wonder if you guys can hear my dog. Surgery the Great said, I just want to see some Fable gameplay. You know what? I don't know what to think of what I haven't made any predictions. I haven't fished for any leaks or anything like that. I didn't even watch. I meant to watch last year's game showcase before I watched this one again, just in case. Because the things that is weird is now because Xbox does the Xbox Developers Direct in January, and they focus on games that come out in that particular year. So we've seen like last year, the Xbox Showcase, Indiana Jones wasn't in there in that showcase. But it showed up in the developer direct. That was actually the first time we've seen it. So let's say if Fable is due, let's say if it's coming out 2025, there's a chance it might not show up in the showcase, and the next time we see it is in January, and they do a deep dive. If same thing as Clockwork Revolution, I think Fable, Clockwork Revolution, South of Midnight, and potentially State of Decay 3, I think those are all due in 2025. Or maybe Perfect Dark is due in 2025. If those are all due in 2025, then I expect to see them at the Direct. But then again, their Xbox has been inconsistent with their Direct. Cause not that the Directs have been bad; they've all been good. But the first Xbox developer Direct featured games that we saw at the prior year's E3. Just we had deeper dives and got release dates and whatnot. And then this year, it featured like all the games that wasn't. Was Avowed confirmed? Yeah, Avowed and Hellblade was confirmed for this year, but Indiana Jones, we wasn't sure, so that was our confirmation. That was our confirmation. So I don't know. I don't know what I want to see. The thing is that what sucked the energy out of like the showcase for me was pretty much how they started off this year. First the developer direct, I was hyped. I was really, really hyped. But leading up to developer direct, there was these rumors of them going third party, where some games bring games to PlayStation. So, but when I got the direct, I was happy. I was fine. I was like, those games look popping. Hellblade 2 turned out to be great for me, at least. And Avowed and Indiana Jones looked great to me. And then the next month they had to do the business update because those rumors went rampant, and then they ported 4 games over the PlayStation. That kind of had us at ease because everybody who was looking at it was like, not just those 4. It's going to Muir, they're going to bring Starfield, they're going to bring Halo, they're going to bring Gears. It kind of just like killing the vibe. So I had no, and then they shortly after that they announced the Xbox Game Showcase, and so the showcase I didn't have really the energy for it. Because like it's like, okay, whatever, you know what I mean? I'm gonna watch it because I'm a gamer. I like playing on Xbox, and they're gonna show things I like. But there's some extra juice, some extra sauce you get knowing that this is exclusively the brand you play on, and them dudes gotta fend for themselves, right? But in not having that uncertainty, not having that like that arsenal, it's. You're playing with like a gun that has bullets that shoot backwards. It just wasn't the same. So my hype level has remained low throughout this whole entire time. So yeah, and my hype hasn't changed. So I don't care about like the rumors that go out, the leaks. Haven't been checking for the leaks. There's things I'd like to see. Sure, I want to see more Fable. I want to see Gears of War. I want to see Perfect Dark. Those are the games I really, really want to see. You know what I mean? I want to see what they're bringing to Game Pass. But the stuff I really want to see is Gears, Perfect Dark, Fable, and what additions they're gonna do with Shattered, like Space, and anything else is gonna be like a surprise. State of Decay, like Avowed is one of my most anticipated games, so I know we're gonna see Avowed and Indiana Jones. I know we're gonna see those, right? But the games that I want to see that we haven't seen is Gears of War, Perfect Dark, and Fable looks so good. I need to see it one more time and confirm that gameplay if it's gonna be looking that good, man. Oh man. So 12. So it's 12:15. I'm gonna join the Addict thing around like 12:30. Sir Dre said, "Let me ask you this: what do you think will be shown?" Oh, well, we know Avowed and Indiana Jones. I think Gears of War will be shown. Gears of War 6. I think Perfect Dark will be shown. I think Perfect Dark, I believe, opens the show. That's what I think is going to happen. That's what I think you should do. I think Fable may be shown because I think what they showed last year looked too good. I think we need an update on it. And because of what Undead Labs posted, I think State of Decay 3 will be shown. But other than that, I'm not exactly sure. Like, you got to go with the obvious things. Obviously, there's going to be an update on Flight Sim. There's going to be an update on Era History Untold and some of the Age of Mythology games or whatever. Obviously Call of Duty. But I'm not sure. Outside of the obvious, I'm not really sure. Surgery says, I do want to see more of Vow 2. I like the way it looks, but a lot of folks not feeling it. Yeah, a lot of people, because the thing is that gaming journalism and gamers enthusiasts, it's a poison, because the thing is that the thing I like about the Xbox Game Showcase and the games that their games aren't like your general games that you expect, right? They're not going to show you a Souls knockoff. They're not going to show you an Uncharted knockoff or anything like that. All their games are really unique. Avowed, look, it was like it's not, I don't want to say it's unique, but I like the way Avowed looked. I like the aim they were going for, and I thought visually it was impressive, and I enjoy Obsidian's mid-tier games. Like when I say mid-tier, like their attempt at like a AAA, like the Outer Worlds and stuff like that. It just resonates more with me. I enjoy playing their games. And not like the Pentiments and stuff like that, but like the Outer Worlds size that games I enjoy playing. So I know I'm going to enjoy Avowed, and I love the colors. I like how bright it is. It's vibrant. I like the edge they're taking. Their writing has always been dope. So people who have an issue with it, it's like it's just them taking issue with something. You know what I mean? There's people who aren't going to like Indiana Jones, despite how good it may look or how good the story is or how good the gameplay is. People won't like it because it's first person. The people won't like it because it's not an Uncharted knockoff. For them, it needed to be an Uncharted knockoff. Some people may not like Perfect Dark because it's committed to first person. I personally wanted from Perfect Dark was a Tomb Raider, Splinter Cell like mashup ripoff in third person. That's what I personally wanted from a Perfect Dark, because I played obviously the original Perfect Dark. I played Perfect Dark 0, and I was like, they can actually do this. If they were to redo this, they could do this, and it doesn't have to be in first person. But Perfect Dark has always been a first person game, so I'm not actually upset that it's first person. I just want to see how they revolutionize it. What would be a oh shit surprise moment for me? An oh shit surprise moment for me would be damn man, what do I want from Xbox? At this rate, for them to recommit to exclusivity. But no shit surprise moment with me would probably that they reveal an Xbox handheld and is surprisingly coming out this year at the end of the year to compete with the PS5 Pro. That would be the closest oh shit moment. And then or they release a I don't know, man. I can't expect an oh shit surprise moment because it has to surprise me. If I'm expecting it, then it's not really an oh shit surprise. That means I thought about it, right? You know what? I'm a still one because I didn't think about this. The dude that made Elden Ring is there, right? The dude that made Elden Ring. What if he shows up on the Xbox showcase and they reveal Sekiro 2? And they reveal Sekiro 2. That would be kind of oh shit. That would be no shit. Hello, Rakusin Rosen. Hello. He's like, why you gotta call me by my government? Why can't you just call me Smooth? Like why you gotta call out my government, man? You said try moving my camera. Oh, I didn't realize. Ooh, is that better? My bad. I must have been going like this. All right, my bad. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second. My bad. My kids needed help with syncing up some Switch controllers. I just bought I think the GameCube one. The GameCube like wireless one for nostalgia purposes. Nintendo's a trip. Their controllers are still it's $80, which is crazy. That's a trip. So hop on AGS when I can. Shout out to Hardy, but I don't need the hostility, the anti-Xbox hostility on days like this. I want to enjoy it. I don't mind going to stuff like that afterwards. I can't be in a moment in that environment. What we got? So the RPG game that they kept teasing, I think it's Blue Dragon. It's either Blue Dragon or Enchanted Arms. We all want Lost Odyssey, but I think it's like either Enchanted Arms or like Blue Dragon. And I'm just curious to see how they do it, who will work on it, and how to keep it under the tuck for this entire time. And then my thing is, the question for all these games that they show, they are going to be great, but you're going to have to ask yourself, is this multi-plat? And I think a lot of the games we see is going to be like multi-plat, whether it's done by Xbox Game Studios or not. I think we see Final Fantasy 16. They're going to give us the whole platinum version of the game either later this year. I think a year's passed. So how long of exclusivity they had on this game? A year for Final Fantasy 16? I think Forspoken is due to come out on Xbox in January. Now I think about it, that game came out in 2022 or January 2023. It was a 2-year exclusive. I don't know if Forspoken was critically acclaimed like they were hoping it to be, like a big seller and stuff like that. Had not been like a flop, I think it would have shown up on the showcase. It's not going to show up on a showcase. Final Fantasy would show up on a showcase because it was at least for the first week, it was a big seller, and it had a high Metacritic score. So I think they'll show that on the showcase. I don't think they'll show Forspoken at the showcase because it doesn't have high Metacritic scores and it didn't sell particularly well. But I do believe it's coming to Xbox in the next 6 months. Because I think PlayStation had like 2-year exclusivity on it. It's already on games it's already on Xbox, the Windows Store. With Xbox achievements and stuff like that. So a port is probably ready. But it's not a big enough deal to show up on the showcase. I think that shows up in one of these shows, or they just kind of reveal it I think it gets revealed at some point between now and the end of the year, but I think that's due to come to Xbox in January. It's been it'll be 2 years by the time January occurs. So I think that game came out in January or February of last year. But Square Enix, I think, is going to be at the Xbox Game Showcase as big as because Ubisoft is typically there, right? Ubisoft used to be there a lot, and they still might be, but Ubisoft and EA, typically holds Xbox down, but I think Square Enix is going to take the place of one of these publishers, and I think Square Enix is going to be there with like maybe 3 or 4 games for sure. I'm trying to think because they did a stealth drop on Octopath Travelers 2 on Xbox, and they put Octopath Traveler 1 and 2 in Game Pass, and this is Octopath's second run in Game Pass. And that people thought that was a mistake, or that was just like an early drop. It wasn't a mistake. They had a press release go out literally the night that they released those games, and it was released on PlayStation and everything as well. So it wasn't, you don't mistakenly do a release on on a game supporting multiple platforms. And and the subscription, and then have a press release go out, the day of as well. So it's just surprising that they did it that way, but I don't think it was a mistake. You don't think Final Fantasy 16 is coming to Xbox? I believe Final Fantasy 16 is coming to Xbox because PlayStation is the one game PlayStation didn't have like a crazy contract with. I believe that game comes to Xbox before any of the Final Fantasy 7 games. Unless they go back on unless they renegotiated their contract with PlayStation. That's the only thing. Unless they renegotiated their contract with PlayStation to get us out of this shitty contract. I think Foam Stars even make his. Square Enix made a lot of boneheaded mistakes. I wish, man, that I could have done the skit that I wanted to do with BG and Meds and Cognito in regards to Square Enix. It would have given you guys it was a well thought skit. It was written, but I still want to do the skit today. But the longer it takes, the less relevant it becomes. You know what I mean? But it would have been relevant at the time that I wanted to do it. Oh, you said put the dog on camera for my dog in the room. My dog's not allowed in the bedroom. My wife loves the dog, but she doesn't like the dogs the dog in the bedroom. And right now I'm set up in the bedroom. So there's supposed to be a shadow drop. I think if a shadow drop is going to happen, it's going to either be Towerborn. It might be the Starfield modding update so that they get the modding scene out there, or it just might be a bunch of Call of Duty backwards compatibility or Activision backwards compatibility. I want them really to go do a Game Pass drop because there's games I want them to for example, right now I own Deadpool on disc, and my son's been holding down the disc. Because I don't think you can't buy Deadpool right now. I got it on disc. I want them to some of those old Marvel IPs, those Transformers IPs, if they could do something where they make them available for a limited time for digital purchase, or they just throw them in Game Pass, or even if they have to relaunch exclusively in Game Pass, I'll be all right with that. You guys want to hear something crazy that's going to be asinine for me to say? Very asinine for me to say. Some games, right, or some things Xbox should do or should have to, if they want to spike up Game Pass subscriptions, they have to release exclusively or timed exclusively first in Game Pass before you can buy them. I think that has to happen at some point during the generation. It sounds crazy. People are, obviously against supporting that, but I don't know why. So the thought comes to mind that may need to happen. Blue Jay says, Rand says a Splinter Cell reveal would be nice. What do you think, Smooth? I'd like to see a Splinter Cell reveal, but I can't hold you guys. I haven't, played a whole lot of Splinter Cells. I think I bought a couple, but I haven't committed to playing them yet. Because for a while I didn't really rock with a lot of Ubisoft games. If they were to remake Splinter Chaos Theory, I think was that the first one, Chaos Theory? If there was a remake one, right, from the ground one, make it more modern and stuff like that, I think I could buy in that way. I will buy into that one first, and then work my way back. But it's hard to play some of those games. I don't even know if any of them received any boost updates or anything like that. I haven't been following it. But just for nostalgia purposes, it would be worth it. And for a while, Splinter Cell was Xbox Metal Gear, because Metal Gear was synonymous with PlayStation. And when Splinter Cell came out, they supported Xbox in a heavy way. These headphones that I'm using are these are some random Best Buy headphones that I needed. I actually needed it for the kids for some reason, and I bought a pair for myself, and they just happened to be fine. They're good for studio And are good for like regular. They have 2 inputs. I think if I were to take it out, you got this thick, and then but the other port is a regular. I forget the name of the endpoint there. But I'm about ready. I'm gonna get ready to show up for the Iron Lord show. I know they go live at 12:30. And it's about that time. I'm waiting for the link from Addict. I don't know if he sent me the link. Let me accept this. Come on. I think I got a couple bets with Bond on the showcase too that I might win. But I'm waiting for, he's supposed to send me a link. Let me see what's going on. Hopefully nobody leaks anything, because people be leaking shit all the time right before. Remember when was it Jeff Keighley revealed the price of the Xbox One X like I want to say 30 minutes before the show went live? I was walking to the Jalan theater because I was at that showcase live in LA. I was walking, I opened up Twitter, and this picklehead dude says, "Oh, like." He says the price, and that bothered me. Let me see. Let me give Addict a call, bro. Let's see when he's going live. See if he here. Hey, when are you going live? I'm live right now for the pre-show, but I'm about to join yours when I can get your link. Oh, you sent it on what, X? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Oh, there you go. All right, guys. So I'm gonna hop out, and I'm gonna prepare to join the Iron Lords podcast. The bets are Perfect Dark. He bet that Perfect Dark wouldn't be there. I think Perfect Dark will be there. I think I got a bet for Gear 6. Man, I know Perfect Dark is definitely one of them, but it's going to be a great show. I think everybody's going to enjoy. You know what I mean? This is going to be the E3 we've been waiting for, or the summer showcase we've been waiting for. And it so happens is that the Xbox has to do it. They generally are. They don't get credit for having the best showcases. But let's get out of here. I appreciate, all I think we eclipsed like 90 people came through to watch the showcase. I think we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna enjoy it. And I think we're gonna do PX. I'm gonna do a PX recording after, and then obviously there's gonna be Weapon Mode podcast, and my stuff will be there. Hit the like button, hit the share button. I'll see you guys later. Enjoy the show, man. As always, Xbox is the best box. I am the best bot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. I'm out of here.